Section 64, Renewable Energy Systems, has some significant changes for 2015. Let's go through them. Section 50 has been deleted and added to Section 64. There is new terminology, the rules have been reorganized, and there are some key changes added throughout the section. The General Rules section is now common to all renewable energy systems. Photovoltaic module locations are now governed by module class. New system safety requirements provide protection to first responders and firefighters. There will be an expanded Section 64 presentation developed in the near future. This section applies to all renewable energy systems except where the system operates as a Class II circuit in accordance with 16201A and B. Class II circuits are limited to 30 volts and 100 VA maximum. Solar photovoltaic systems are now included in Section 64, and Section 50 has been deleted. The requirements for disconnecting means has not changed significantly, but Subrule 11 of 64060 is new. The location of a hydrokinetic power system often results in the disconnecting means onshore being too far to comply with a 9-meter maximum distance and within site requirements of Subrule 2. This subrule relaxes those requirements if the disconnect is lockable in the off position. Photovoltaic combiner is new terminology for 2015. Combiner boxes are an integral part of most PV installations, serving as the overcurrent and connection box for the wiring from the photovoltaic arrays. Combiner boxes are available with fuses or circuit breakers for protection of the DC circuits. Combiner boxes where fuses are used are not considered finger safe, and the access door must be interlocked to prevent access while the equipment is energized. Or a separate disconnecting means must be installed within 2 meters of the combiner box and interlocked with a combiner door. A combiner box equipped with circuit breakers is considered finger safe, and the disconnect must be installed within 2 meters of the combiner box. Interlocking is not required. There has been a change to the wording in 64062. The reference to 64210 indicates that solar installations are now included in Section 64. The wiring methods provided in 64062 have been developed to prevent fire and shock hazard. Containing the AC and DC wiring in metal conduit or raceways when located within enclosed spaces in a building also serves to limit the hazard to firefighters when they are required to perform venting operations. 64064 has new subrules 4, 6, and 7. Ground fault protection provided by a device or system is required in the DC supply circuits. Most power conditioning units now have ground fault protection built in. Subrule 5 indicates where the DC grounding connection shall be made. It's not new, just renumbered. Subrule 6 is new. The grounding conductor connection for a renewable energy DC supply system equipped with a ground fault detection protection device. Subrule 7 indicates that the internal connection as per Subrule 6 shall not be duplicated externally. Among the certification test categories for PV modules are general inspection, electric shock hazard, mechanical stress, and environmental stress. Besides the basic tests, the certification standard foresees additional tests that depend on the module and use applications, which are categorized in classes A, B, and C. The tests are judged to be passed if the test applied would not result in potential electric shock, fire, and personal injury. For the application of this rule, approved modules without an application class marking are considered to be application class A. 64208 notes from Appendix B state, for the application of this rule, photovoltaic modules are considered inaccessible to the public where they are located within a fenced enclosure in accordance with the 300 series of rules in Section 26, where they are guarded by locked doors, or elevated 3 meters or more above grade level or above any surface that a person can stand on, or where access is restricted by other effective means. A rapid shutdown system provides remote disconnection of a photovoltaic array. The objective is to decrease the risk emergency responders, particularly firefighters, face when they work on a fire at a building with a PV system. 64218 only applies to PV system circuits on or in buildings and does not apply to ground-mounted systems. A rapid shutdown device is required for photovoltaic source or output circuit conductors when those conductors are more than 1.5 meters long within a building or more than 3 meters away from the array. The rapid shutdown device is required to limit PV source or output circuits to 30 volts and 240 VA within 10 seconds. Rapid shutdown is inherently provided in utility interactive systems, which shut down when the utility service is disconnected. Rapid shutdown may be achieved by installing remote contactors within the 1.5 meter length requirement or within the 3 meter distance from the array. An opaque blanket is sometimes used to disable the PV array for maintenance or for firefighter safety. The marking requirements in Subrule 1 have not changed. Rated operating voltage and current, maximum photovoltaic source voltage, and rated short circuit current is still mandatory. Subrule 2 is a new marking requirement for a photovoltaic rapid shutdown device. When a photovoltaic system is equipped with rapid shutdown, this label must be accessible and must be placed at the disconnecting means for the photovoltaic output circuit. Easily visible marking is needed to provide emergency responders with appropriate warning and guidance with respect to working safely around and isolating the solar electric system. That was Section 64. Thanks for watching.